So anyway, apparently, there was some drama happening in Korea involving a certain artist. Let's read Arknights Korea or Yostar Korea's statement on the matter and what they did. Related to YouTube Shorts and Rhodes Focus 4.0 issues. Hello, Doctor. We received reports of issues regarding the illustrator who created 2 YouTube shorts uploaded on Jan 16 and 1 secondary creative celebration included in Rhodes Island Focus 4.0 and conducted an investigation into the related facts. Additionally, as a result of verification, it was confirmed that the illustrator has made several remarks that could incite division and conflict among users. We were prepared to provide you with a wider range of entertainment outside of games, but we bow our heads in apology for causing inconvenience due to our due negligence. From the beginning of its launch until now, Arknights has been striving to provide a fun and comfortable gameplay environment for all users, without being biased towards any political or ideological stance. Accordingly, the 2 YouTube shorts and the 1 secondary creative congratulations included in Rhodes Focus 4.0 has been deleted. We will continue to inspect, strengthen, and reorganize our internal processes to avoid causing concerns over this same issue in the future. Thank you for your understanding, Doctor. Arknights Operation Team Korea. So from the vague wording alone, you could sort of read into it and assume, hey, wait, what sorts of horrible statements did they make that could incite division and conflict among their users? So yeah, it turns out the artist, it was a woman, and she was a feminist. She was, for women's rights. And people investigated her stuff and found that she posted a celebratory doodle on Women's Day, on International Women's Day, sometime in like 2018 or so. That's it. And then she has other tweets that say maybe women should get equal pay to men in Korea. And maybe women should be safer when they go out in public. That's the controversial things that she said. Yostar Korea's on some incel clown bullshit at the moment. They are on some deep incel clown bullshit, capitulating the South Korean incels. But then some South Korean gamers might be like, actually, feminism in Korea is much different compared to feminism in the West. It's actually extremist. Yeah, okay, sure, bud. Sure, bud. There were radfem groups in Korea, but anyone that is experienced in indirect political action movements would tell you is that it is a common tactic by reactionaries to discredit political movements by painting them as extremist monoliths. Most political movements do not all think the same. People could have different ideologies within one single framework of political ideology. And especially with the extremists, most of them are the minority. And so, if any South Korean incel tries to tell you, feminism in Korea is actually very dangerous, it'll poison society, just take them with a grain of salt that maybe they might just hate women. Maybe they might just in fact hate women in general. So there's that. And so far, there has been a shit ton of backlash to this because holy fuck, look at this ratio. 244 likes, 5,300 retweets. And this is pretty laughable because do they know what video game they're playing? Do they know what kind of video game Arknights is or what kind of story Arknights has? Do they know? Because from the beginning of its launch until now, Arknights has been striving to provide a fun, comfortable gameplay environment for all users without being biased towards any political ideological stance. Bullshit! Yostar Korea does not know what Arknights is about. They have not read this game. They do not know what this story is about. Bullshit! Arknights is a very politically charged game, in a very clear leftist stance, even more so. Arknights just rolls with well-written women with well-written men. I'd like to pull up this example by Twitter user Aylin, and Aylin has some receipts from various stories in Arknights. Sure, okay, Arknights, famously apolitical and has no ideological stance. We have the issue between discrimination of the infected in Lungbin in the main story. We got the issue between the discrimination with the Tarans, aka the Irish, in Victoria. Like, this is a one-for-one conflict that they pulled out of real life. The Irish were colonized by the British. We have the issue between discrimination with the Sarkaz and everyone else on Terra. We have the issue of every infected on Terra being discriminated against. Hello? Yo, Star Korea, do you know what game you're talking about? Completely apolitical game, by the way. But sure, women, feminism, bad. And it just keeps going with most of the stories in Arknights. Maybe Arknights is pretty anti-fascist in a very clear way, but somehow, Yo, Star Korea's like, nah, dog. Women just be inciting violence and division. Can't have that in Arknights. Can't have them inciting division between males and femoids. So, yeah, Yo, Star Korea on some incel bullshit at the moment. They capitulated to incel complainers about one illustrator which they found out just did some pretty cold takes on women's rights. Are they gonna ask every woman that they work with in the South Korean scene of Arknights if they ever think women should have equal pay? Clown shit. This is clown shit. And this is not an isolated issue. Like, this is a pretty consistent issue in the gaming industry scene in Korea. We have other Korean companies that has participated in the same kinds of discriminatory tactics or business practices. Most notably, all the drama that happened with Limbus Company and their devs, all the drama involving Nexon. So there's something in the water in Korea where a lot of the incels have this much purchasing power where gaming companies will just capitulate to them no matter what. Or, you know, maybe these gaming companies are also run by incels, which is, you know, more likely. So this is not an isolated thing with Arknights. This is just a general South Korean dystopian problem over there. And also generally, just, you know, with many patriarchal societies. But this is very much pronounced in South Korea in general. Because they think feminism is some sort of extremist political ideology. I don't think I can even submit this for the Arknights content creator headhunting program for my videos of the month. They specifically ask, hey, please don't include politics in the videos that you upload for Arknights, please and thank you. Yeah, okay, sure. Not gonna submit this one. I'm criticizing Yostar Korea directly. I may be a content creator for Arknights, but I have morals. Disappointing showing from Yostar Korea. They've shown their incel asses to the world, and it does not look good. Now, my only question is whether this will be isolated to Yostar Korea, or we'll see this, you know, pan out in other regions of Arknights. And that's a thing that we have to keep tabs on, especially because they're a gacha game company. We may think that even though the writers of Arknights may have clear political leanings that they want to put into the game, Hypergriff still run a gacha game company. What they care the most about is obviously capital and how much they make off of their gacha gambling. Never forget that. As long as they want the money, they'll say anything to capitulate the audiences that they want to attract. And so far, they want to attract some incels in Korea. That's their call. They want to mirror the incels and make sure that they feel welcome in Arknights Korea? Okay, but by saying that, they clearly mean that all they care about is the money and not the actual inherent messaging inside of Arknights as a creative product. There's that. Because Arknights as a game itself completely rebuttals all of this. Like, Arknights has always been a very left-leaning, open-minded game, clearly against discrimination of all sorts, and Yostar Korea showing their asses as incels, not a good look.